You know you are conscious. You know you have experiences, that there is something it is like to be you. But do you know that about anyone else? This is the problem of other minds. One of the oldest, strangest, and most unsettling puzzles in all of philosophy. Here is the problem stated simply. You have direct access to exactly one mind. Your own. Every other mind in the universe, every other person, every animal, you can only observe from the outside. You see behavior. You see a body move and a mouth speak. But you never see the inner experience behind it. Imagine a being physically identical to a human in every way, same brain, same behavior, same responses, but with no inner experience. No pain when hurt, no joy when laughing, just nothing inside. Philosophers call this a philosophical zombie. The question is, how would you tell the difference? And if you couldn't, how do you know you are not surrounded by them right now? The traditional answer is the argument from analogy. When I stub my toe, I feel pain and I cry out. I observe that you cry out in similar situations. By analogy, I infer you feel pain too. I reason, your behavior is like mine, so your experience is probably like mine. This inference from like behavior to like experience seems reasonable, but is it? Here is the difficulty. I have exactly one case study. Myself. I cannot actually verify the connection between behavior and experience in any other case. The argument from analogy tries to generalize from a sample of one. In science, that would never be acceptable. Why should it be acceptable here? The inference remains an inference, not a proof. One response is behaviorism. The view that mental states just are behavioral dispositions. On this view, to be in pain just means to be disposed to wince, cry out, and avoid the source of injury. There is no hidden inner experience separate from the behavior. This dissolves the problem, but at a cost it seems to leave out what matters most. The felt quality of experience. The redness of red. The sting of pain. A more modest response is the inference to the best explanation. We do not prove other minds directly, we infer them because it is the best explanation of observed behavior. The best explanation for why you act as if you are in pain is that you actually are in pain. This is how science works. We infer unobservable causes from observable effects. Other minds are our best hypothesis. There is also an evolutionary argument. Consciousness evolved. It serves functions, it helps organisms navigate complex situations. It would be extraordinary if consciousness evolved exactly once. In a single individual. The mechanisms that produce experience in me are the same mechanisms, neurons, synapses, chemical signals, that operate in other humans. And in many animals. Shared mechanism suggests shared experience. The problem of other minds has taken on new urgency with artificial intelligence. When a large language model produces text that reads as thoughtful, or expresses what looks like uncertainty or curiosity, is there anything it is like to be that system? We cannot use the argument from analogy easily here, because the underlying mechanism is radically different from a biological brain. The problem of other minds, once a philosophical puzzle, is now an engineering and ethical question. The problem of other minds does not have a clean solution. We act as if others are conscious, and we are right to do so. The cost of being wrong in the other direction, treating conscious beings as if they have no inner life, is enormous. But the philosophical problem remains. We cannot get inside another mind. Consciousness, in the end, is always and only given to each of us from the inside.